We are on DIY December day 17, where I'm going to try to show you an express overview on how you can go about foiling with your Cricut. Using your foiling feature is great because it's going to elevate anything you decide to make with it. So for today, we are going to take an outlined image of a venue and put it onto these pocket invitations. Whatever image you are deciding to make with this, make sure you are saving it out as a PNG and make sure it has a transparent background. When that's good to go, I'm going to head back over to Design Space and open up my pocket fold invitation template. On the left-hand side, I'm selecting the upload button, then locating my image file. For background remover, we don't need to do anything because we saved it with transparent background. And we want to convert this upload to a single layer image. After you saved your file in the next window, you then have your image in your canvas. It always comes in rather large, so we're just going to scale this down. Now I'm going to look to place this in the correct position. As you guys saw, I did choose to put this on my little pocket fold where all my side cards are going. So right now, since this is a flat image, I need to flip my venue upside down. When my cardstock is cut out and scored, I am going to be folding that little pocket up, so it will be right side up. And then I'm scaling it as I see fit just to make sure it's not on the little tabs on the sides where I'm going to be gluing it down. Once you're happy with the positioning, we want to go up to the top right where it says operation. This is where you tell your Cricut what you want it to do. So in this drop down, I am going to go down to foil and then I'm going to select one of the options here. For foiling, as you saw, I had 3 tips in the beginning. It gives you 3 different options as far as fine, medium, and bold. As you see, when I click on each one, it is changing the image for me, so I kind of get an idea of what it's going to come out looking like. Also, if you have different foil color options, make sure you're trying them out, see which one you like best, just so you get an idea before you go through making it. Now, before we send this to make, we need to attach this with the rest of our pocket folder. When I click the attach folder that's already there, you see everything drop down, and I just want to bring that layer that has the foil right down into there. And now we are ready to go ahead and make this. Now, whether you're doing this on cardstock like me, or if you're going to do this on invitations, set your paper up on your mat. With any paper products, I like to recommend using the light grip mat just so it doesn't rip when you go and peel this off after. Just make sure your mat is tacky enough that the paper isn't going to move on you while cutting. If it doesn't feel like your paper is sticking well, go ahead and give it a good clean. Before I send this through my Cricut, I need to change out my tools. For this project in particular, I'm going to have to do 3 different functions. First thing my Cricut Maker is going to do is score my cardstock. Then it's going to move into the foiling function. Then it will end it by cutting. Now, the great thing about Cricut is that I don't need to know exactly what function comes in what order. On my computer screen right now, it is prompting me with what tools I need to load into what clamps. When my Cricut finishes scoring, it does prompt me on my screen to not remove the mat. With the mat still loaded in, I need to tape down my foil in the general area where this design is going to happen. Thankfully, since the scoring was done first, I have a good idea where the design is going to go. So with the tape that was in my kit, I am going to tape down each edge of the foil. As you're taping down the foil, try to make sure you're stretching it tight. I highly recommend this little foil starter kit. It just gives you everything you need to start testing it out and figuring out how to use this function. It comes with a few different colored sheets of foil. It gives you the tape that's not going to stick to your cardstock or rip it up. And it also gives you the 3 different tips that you can use for foiling. For this venue image, I did end up going with the medium tip. To tell the difference between the tips, you're going to see the grooves at the top. When it has 2 lines, that means it's medium. When it has 1, that means it's thin. And when it has 3, it means bold. Cricut will also notify you which one to use based off what image you selected when you were doing your operation. Now, when that's done foiling my venue, I need to remove this before my Cricut goes and cuts. Make sure, again, if you are having something cut, that you are not removing the mat again. You need to keep it in there. And before I send this back through, I need to remove my foiling tool and put back in my blade. Again, you don't need to remember to do this. Cricut's going to prompt you based off all your operations. And when all is said and done, you're going to be left with something as beautiful as this. Foiling was something that always intimidated me, but honestly, it is the most professional looking thing you can do with your Cricut. Make sure to give this video a save so you can give this a try to elevate your next project.